And now we start the next video. And let her rip. This will put us in late December. Okay. Gonna be stuck here probably for the next 2 months, maybe 3. So we'll probably have the time to raise a few new infantry divisions, and I'm assuming the Central Powers will as well. Probably give it another round or 2 of just replacement shits for infantry. Then we'll see. Ammunition situation's looking pretty good, though. I'm just hoping they keep shipping in ammunition so it starts stockpiling at some of these depots here. So instead of needing to rail things out to Odessa or the Ukraine, we can just, bounce it to Budapest or bounce it to, somewhere else here like Dobrezin. Because that would just really speed things up. Okay, nope, there we go. Oh, time to get that bad boy back up and running. Probably the worst made game that's the most fun I've ever played, I think, is this. Just because it is such a niche topic, just because not many people... I mean, there's Strategic Command out there for World War One. Other than that, I'm having a really hard time thinking of another World War One game out there. Now, of course, there are games out there with several mods, that'll turn it into World War One versions of decent strategy games. But as far as just a true World War One game, I don't know. I just can't think of one. When it comes to, strategy context. Okay, there's that. Loaded up. It's turn 58, 49 turns remaining, so we're just over the halfway point. Of course, I don't think we'll need to go nearly that long, but... things you need to be careful of, though. Rebel alignment's getting decently high. I'm at 49%. So actually, we'll think on that for a second. Things we can do... We can do concessions. Cost 2 engagements at 50 map points. Change government. Yeah, it's a bullet of national morale. Well, we may have to start popping some concessions. We'll see. We've not needed to yet, but with the length of this war and how long things are taking, we may need to start doing that. Just to make sure we don't get knocked out of the war through some kind of internal rebellion or something really dumb and foolish. Because that'd be bad. Do all this, basically winning the war is absolutely crapping on Austria-Hungary here, and then I get knocked out due to rebels at home. That'd be a little, just tad embarrassing. So, we need to keep that in the back of our minds here. But looking at the initial one, the initial option of just concessions, a few engagement points, no problem. little bit of money, no problem. A little bit of VPs, fine. But I don't think it costs any national morale. So I think maybe we should have been running those all along. I don't know. I don't know. I will think on it, but I may need to start running that. Because the problem is there's a, 12-month cooldown on it. So basically I could run one now, get the rebel alignment down a little bit, but of course we'd be missing out on like 3 turns or 3 different years worth of offering concessions, but and the better fighter planes, we'll have to see what they look like. Just because we've been completely winning the air war, but we're not strapped on cash, so that's why you've seen me doing all the research, even though because our natural rate of cash right now is kind of keeping up with things, just because we're not building super expensive things like artillery or things that use just absolute metric boatloads of ammunition, or excuse me, not ammunition, war supplies, just because we need to keep our manpower up. I am curious to look at the assault, excuse me, the stormtroopers, once we get that as an option. Do we build them separately, I think, put them in groups, and then there's like some kind of like cards you get, I think you can play where you're next to your stormtroopers where they somehow like infiltrate shit. But hmm. We shall see. Then I guess I could take a look at these other nasty events that can drop the Central Powers national morale, but I'm not sure there's really anything else out there. Gotta pray to God Germany doesn't release Lenin on me. And I'm not sure what the requirements are to be allowed to release Lenin. And to keep these videos going at a good pace too, I'm not reading every single event that pops up. So I try to scan them, but sometimes I just flat out kind of forget. So what, they're down to 33, I think, national morale. In a year, just through attrition, that'd be another 24 lost. So basically, if we had 3 big battles within the next year, won the national morale points off an average of 3 apiece, that would do it. Of course, we're going to try to speed that up and get some good fights well before then, but yeah, retaking loads is probably a good plan at some point. So the other issue too, those 2 generals in Samsonov and whatever the heck the other guy is in Poland, they are just so bad at even activating. That makes it real sticking hard to counterattack even after successful defense. Planes. Okay, took out like half my guys there. A little bit nasty. It's Oscar von Houtier. Where are you? Tigna Okna. There's Belgrade. Oh. Okay, we got mud. But things look like they're clearing out a little bit. Now, of course, we'll keep our Serbian guys back just so they don't get lured out. Then, of course, the shit weather hits. Then they take lots of pain from it. But okay, let's rail you back. Okay. Try to get von Houtier across the river here, and if he does that, I'll swarm him with rail attacks. Some might even say I'll rail him with rail attacks. Ah! Oh, man. Yeah, if this channel ever gets anywhere, that'll be a nice thing that somebody can point out at me. All my bad puns. Taking a look there. Here's all 4 of our tanks together. Are you a depot? You're not a depot. You are a depot. You're a depot. Okay. So... Oh, no, don't go there. Think. Okay, just have you guys rest there for a bit. Good. Taking that, connected the routes. What the hell are you doing there? Gonna rail you straight into the pass because I'm not wasting that. You can sit there. You can sit there. More protection. Okay. Check Turk. Good. Yeah, I'm worried the snows are going to come back, so we're not having you mobilize yet. Assassinate Rasputin. And rebel alignment reaches too high. Okay. I think everything's okay here. Take the save, check the stats quickly, and we'll run it again. Down to 37. They get some back from the Western Entente. I feel like they did. Well, their combat power is getting lower and lower compared towards us, so that's good. Strasbourg still holding out. Still in Saarbrücken. Metz is not taken. I gotta try to force him back. Okay, Bozen back in. Western Entente hands. Take a look, make sure there's... Oh, I think they're building ships. Never mind, that doesn't... We're good. Yeah, took some bad weather damage. Okay. Okay, we're good. Let's run it again. Yeah, we should be, I know I keep saying this, but we're at the point where probably I need 1 or 2 more days to finish this series up. Just because all these winter turns go pretty quick, so we'll probably get into, launching what'll be our 1917 spring offensive. And that might be the end of that video. That 1917 spring offensive will be uniting the Serbs, the Romanians, and the Russians into one unified front. And then seizing a whole bunch of strategic towns in Austria. And then I guess once we do that, I mean, we push into Czechoslovakia and then straight to Germany. I guess start heading towards Berlin, but we want to get, first of all, get that territory taken and then start working on all this, because we can flood from the north and then all the different directions and get those strategic towns, of which I think there's like maybe 5 or so strategic towns in there, which, will take some effort, but considering that, hey, they can no longer build there, they can't do anything in our back lines, it'd be good to take. Also split the Bulgarians and the Ottomans into the east from the Austrians and the Germans to the west. There's no more interior lines of communication for them. I can't wait till that attack launches and it just nails those guys there. That'll be nice. You're actually active. You weren't fortified. Interesting. Because I've got 3 current Hearts of Iron series I need to get back to. Regrettably, well, I switched over to this game when my CPU was having some overheating issues due to my heatsink not working properly, so I got the new heatsink though, but I just want to finish this up before I switch back to a whole bunch of Hearts of Iron. This keeps taking a little bit longer than I want to, and not many people seem to be liking these videos, especially compared to Hearts of Iron, which frankly, I can't blame them. Hearts of Iron is a better game than this, just overall. Much more fun, much more engaging, and most importantly, just not crashing every 2 seconds. That is it's a bit frustrating. Then I get to put this game on the metaphorical shelf here for probably another year after I finish this, at least. Bang out those 3 Hearts of Iron series. Then we'll see. I might go into Warhammer 3. I've picked it up. I've messed around with it a little bit. Not gone very far. I'm actually kind of impressed. I only ever played as Archeon before when it came to the Chaos. I didn't really play as Norska, just because it really did not terribly interest me. But the Chaos factions are looking pretty interesting. They've got some, nice, unique... each one has their own unique feel to them. I mean, it really feels like you're playing different factions. Sometimes your factions would just look like recolored reskins, but I mean, each one has their own focus. You got Khornes, the heavy shock troops, just up front, melee only, no real magic, too much. You know, versus Siege, where everything's range, Slanesh, everything is speedy and flanking, and finally Nurgle to round it out. But it looks like it's very well done. I'm actually I'm very impressed with how CA is done with its Warhammer games. Just because, you know, I frankly was very skeptical at the beginning. You know, I'd only ever played the historical CA games, and you know, some of them are good, some of them are not. Some of them were good and became way better over time. Looking at you there, Rome 2. You know, Rome 2 when it first came out was a complete dumpster fire. Luckily, I did not play on release. I did not buy it then. I ended up picking up just about maybe over a year in. I think they were on like major patch 14 by that point, and that game still had effing problems. Now it was fun, but you know, there's only so much bugginess you can take before it just grates on you. Especially too when you get caught in buggy situations with troops just doing like mosh pits and not fighting and making it hard to just even get through the game. Okay. Gonna have the wife coming home in a little bit, so we'll keep this going for now. Then we will be done for the day here. I think we might have time to run 1 or 2 more turns, depending on how slow the computer is going to go here to calculate all this. Planes. Yeah, this is an i7 processor. I mean, it's not like you know, I've wimped out here. Granted, it's an older one, older i7, but still. This game I think came out in 2015, 2016, something like that. Shifts around a bunch of things. I gotta take a look at that. Seems to be a good chunk of Austrian troops coming from the north, maybe by the mountain passes. Yep, there they are going for Pavel Rennikov. Oh, I didn't reestablish that line. That's a mistake. But they're coming through the damn snow. Come on, please. Let me get the attack off. But that is... How much power is that? 1,400? Good old Pavel here, who's got ammunition. And 2 Army Corps. Eh. Okay. Serbia, still dry. And you got some mud in some parts. Check the time we've been going for. Yeah, we'll keep going. Pretty low at this point. Nope, still got the snow. Yeah, you can hang out there, you can hang out here. Okay, there's that. No, we don't want to attack through the snow. Just keep going, keep restocking. You look okay. That needs to be retaken, but I don't want to send them in the snow to do that. So I think what happens, the ammo cake comes back, gives it to your army, and then your army has a base amount it can hold, and then it can do the additional stuff. Oh, you just showed up. Oh, well, you both have 19. Okay. Dobrezin also has 19. Interesting. So heavy artillery. Defend that. You get to hold, you get to hold. worth it to fight you? Harsh weather. Oh, well, you lost all your troops. That's awkward. Oh shit, I'll just keep you separate, why not? Okay, take a look. Yep. 38. They're clawing it back somehow. Still 189 combat power. See, they look about even compared to us. Or, of course, the little brother in their relationship. Everything's fine here. Rebel alignment. Okay, you know what? We are gonna do some concessions. Yep. And you just hopped in, so you're good. Okay. Take a look. Research. Good, good, good. Okay. Take the save. Take a look. Max entrenchment on the Western Front is now 7 on the Western Front, level 5 for Western Entente, level 3 on Eastern Front of Balkans Front. Okay. Well, that doesn't change anything for us. So, let's run the turn. Yeah, just going back to Warhammer to pontificate a little bit. It's very impressive. Kislev plays just kind of like a generic Empire faction, with different skins and everything, slightly different magic, but it's pretty much the same. I mean, let's face it, when you're humans, you're humans. There's only so much you can do there. But like take Siege for example. A lot of their base units are actually ranged, but then they're kind of half decent melee combatants, and they've got like their little mana barrier shield thing. I mean, there's a lot of different, completely new things going on there. So I've been impressed so far. Seems like it's really going well. And regarding Hearts of Iron, they started releasing some new dev diaries again. One on telemetry, just saying, hey, here's our numbers on certain things, but they've not started posting anything about what's going to follow after No Step Back. So I am curious to see that. Just because No Step Back has really improved the game. The supply system's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. No fans or buts, and it's definitely going in the right direction. I mean, the biggest problem they have is the fact you don't actually produce any military supplies. You don't build ammunition. You don't build bullets. You don't build, rations. You need to get physical rations to a place. They've got a system that looks at supply capacity. It doesn't actually look at, consumption of supplies, which is different. But it's a lot better than what it was. And shoot, them at least putting oil in the game was a good start. But once I get done with my historical playthroughs, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with Hearts of Iron. I might switch over and do a little EU4, or hopefully by then Vicky 3 will be out, because I'm really looking forward to Vicky 3. Hopefully it's better than Imperator when they released on launch, but I looked at Imperator and I just did not buy it for the longest time, just because until they basically did the Imperator 2.0, just because it looks so god awful. Okay. Still in the planning phase. So yeah, just taking a quick look here. Proceed level, get his ammo. Actually, he'll collect the ammo in Budapest, probably come over here, collect more ammo, then we'll ship him back to here. Yeah, because he'll be heading to the south and driving south. This army will be driving here and probably linking, and we'll have another army driving through here. Then, of course, these guys will come around and link up the eastern Transylvania area to this. And after we do all this driving of south, we're retaking Belgrade. It's happening. This army, they come over here to Brunn and start driving north, actually, towards Czechoslovakia and Bohemia and Prague and all that. Just so if we actually do have to start marching on Berlin, we're not, everyone's not just stuck here in the south, we'll say. The other thing I'm wondering is maybe I should have, taken out one of these forts, but I don't know if the Western Entente can actually go on my land and vice versa. So if, like, say I were to take this tile here, or, let's look at this. Western Entente owns this tile. Like, can my troops actually walk onto it? I have no clue. Because there's limitations like the Serbians in Greece. Like, my Serbians are not allowed to walk on Greek land, even though they're part of the Western Entente. So that could be very interesting. Okay. Looking at things. We do want to take that guy out eventually. As soon as that snow dissipates, he's going to go pop him. Yeah, and Brusilov should be able to pick up some good amounts of ammunition here. Okay, it's running supplies, then we'll see the resolution. Then we've got 2 corps here holding this, but no one seems to be coming down. Oh. Is UK going to try a pseudo-Gallipoli move, maybe? Come on, attack Renenkov. He's ready. Hopefully. Not a lot stirring. I think I'll start trying to send troops back down to Serbia. Well, something I should probably mention is we're doing way better than historically what happened with the Russians, so... But again, about anyone taking time to... There we go. Russian defeat! Pavel Renenkov. Come on, buddy. You inflicted some glorious casualties on him. Damn. So that line got severed. Luckily, we've got the southern line attached. Because by now, historically, I'm trying to remember what year the Brusilov offensive was. Was it 1917 or 1916? Because that did well, and it basically was breaking Austria-Hungary's back until Germany had to come in and save them big time. Yeah. Shit weather. Yep, they're entrenching big time there. $192, $194. They're up to $40. They're clawing back. They're okay, they're okay, you're okay. Man, I'm looking forward to just hitting him with some... Could I even hit him with gas if I wanted to? Oh yeah, well that's happening come spring. And then charge. You're at 64% ammunition. You got 23 ammunition. You got 19. Well, you're there in 3 days to pick up the ammo. And... Okay. Clear. 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 Okay. We're going for it. Okay, there's that. Checking the Caucasus. Snow crap weather, and of course you're shifting the guys around my side. Send the Erevan force there. Still harsh weather. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, hold your ground, running conf. Come on. Okay. I don't think there's really anything else. Oh yeah, how about some reinforcements? Derp. Okay. Oh man, and of course I forgot to take the save right before. I think I got most of it, but maybe not. That could be bad. I'll probably make this my last turn here. Just looking at the overall situation. Will get us to a good point too, where spring is coming up. So, yeah, like I mentioned, this will be our last turn. Spring will be coming up, and we'll save that for next episode. Yeah, I am slightly concerned, though, that Austria is able to entrench on barbed wire, like almost either level 4 or 5 here just outside of Vienna. Because it means we need to be careful when we're invading Czechoslovakia, because we might have to, or Bohemia, I should say, for the time period, because we might have to really worry about which direction we're going and how to get around them. Yeah, and that stack's looking rough. I mean, we hit him with the gas attack and charge, and hopefully that just completely cracks. Because, I mean, the strength size, it just looks like about the strength of a core. Now, it could be too small core or something like that, but that's clearly not that strong. So, of course, the big question will be, will the weather clear next turn or not? That's the real big question. Yeah, I was really hoping we could get this linked up last year, but of course that just was not happening. Cluj has been one of the damn hardest places to crack. We finally did it, but considering it's a little nothing location, you would think it would have been a lot easier to do. But that's how that goes sometimes. Also, Renninkoff retreating so easily, it's quite a bit disappointing. He does have a river to cross there. But I think we're going to counterattack. I mean, this is a clear example of why we needed the double link. Because, without this, we would have been, supply lines would have been screwed. But we're okay there for now. And regardless of Brusilov's supply stats, as soon as it turns over, we'll probably rail him back to here so he can participate in our spring offensive to the south here. Okay, it's running the supply, then it'll be at resolution, we'll be good. Okay, somebody's bombarding them. Hindenburg hanging up around northwest of Warsaw again. Can't tell where all these guys are going either. No, looks like they're maybe coming down towards Serbia, we'll see. No, those guys are moving to the northwest. We'll see. Not really expecting any, if any attacks this turn, of course, during the winter. AI seems to slow down their attacks also, so. Okay. All these airplanes. Yeah, not much stirring. Be interesting to see how much of Serbia Vladimir Putin and friends can take back on their own. Especially if we can get right here. Make them try to assault us across the river, and then we counterattack. It might be the best way. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. That was dumb. Nothing like taking a bunch of attrition because you're a dumbass and didn't focus on that. Okay. Yeah, there's some mud. And honestly, with the mud, probably just dig in for now. Make sure that cohesion stays up big time. Okay, there's that. Harsh weather. Brusilov nearly topped up on ammo. That's good. Oh yeah, look at that. Solid brick. That's some really good entrenchment from them. Okay, so we'll take a final look at things and we'll get out of here. Central Power's turning around up to 41 morale. Interesting. The Western Entente and the Central Powers is roughly the same power. Western Entente a little bit above them. Of course, about half the strength of either of them. But that's how that goes. Anything taken there. Festung Metz still holds. Festung Strasbourg still holds. The Western Entente is besieging Cologne. And that seems to be about it for now. Although, you could eat an attack, but that's harsh weather. It's probably not worth it. So, take the save. And I will see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Bye.